I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Everything here is immediately followed by sarcastic comments and nasty responses.
Yep, we're finally where we belong.
Tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Shame on that!
I was way off.
But shut up, Wesley.
I said, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
That's a woman.
That ain't no woman. It's a man.
Out of it.
Get into it.
Low profile. Look at the words. Low profile. Hey, Richie, how's your hand? It hurt like a
That's all, brother. I had it.
Oh boy. Welcome, and it's all over. I don't know what happened. We lost one already. One's down. Oh, and it was the female one too. We're done. Gooch, we've made it to 80 episodes. It's a nice, satisfactory number.
Yes, it's a nice round number.
Yes, I like it.
Yes.
Also, you suggested that I go watch F1.
Mm-hmm.
You really liked it. Let me tell you something, big boy. I really liked it. However, I realized there's some topics tonight that might make you upsetty spaghetti. So what I thought, this is genius, I think. When we start talking about those topics, if you get too upsetty spaghetti, I'll start giving a review of F1 because boy, did I like it. And my evangelizing it will bring you back down. Give your tires a bit to cool down a little bit, if you will. Put you in the box. Nobody puts Gucci in a box. Hi, except you do kind of look like you're in a box right now. How you doing?
I'm good. And nothing but love for you, brother. I'm happy. Everything's going great. I'm loving where I'm at right now. Life couldn't be any better. So just tickety boo. I'm tickety boo.
Yeah. And shout out, while the channel doesn't have AIDS, memberships work just fine. For some reason, we have a new rollout of YouTube, whatever, fookery, and everyone is at their @ symbol now. So I recognize some of you by your name, their thumbnails, but might have to do a roll call where you just put your name in chat of who you were in the past life. ABF.
Also, Jake, we're gonna have to have a conversation about your name. The fuck is all fur coat, no trousers? That's weird.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No. What Techrat? What is it?
It's a British thing. It's a valid thing. He's all fur coat and no trousers.
Oh, coat, no pants is what he's saying. Yeah. Sounds a little flamboyant to me, but get to you. Niat. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you. How was your stream? How was the Iron Man stream?
It was good. Iron Man is such a solid movie, and goddamn it, Robert Downey Jr. carries everything, not just the movie, but the MCU, which is why they're bringing him back.
17 years. But is it the same RDJ or is it the vegan version?
It's the vegan one, unfortunately.
Did you watch Ironheart?
Yes, I did. Unfortunately.
Good. No, I did too. We'll trauma dump each other later. Leon. Hi, my friend.
Man. Well, you were like ranting and raving about F1, which is good to hear because I was worried that a movie would just be a pit stop in his career. So,
you son of a bitch. No, it turns out it's his Grand Prix. No, one of the if Tom Cruise is like the one we point to movie star who saved Hollywood, Brad Pitt's just right there, cool as shit, and at the bar. He's definitely one of the last remaining OG movie stars that can carry a movie. And
Brad Pitt is the Jamie Lannister of Hollywood.
I think did we leapfrog ABF?
You said ABF, but then Leon interrupted.
Oh, and then I just rolled with it because I'm fine with it.
Why didn't you do the Gooch thing of saying you wanted to do your intro? I would like to do my
intro.
I
was gonna say that like in the middle of someone talking in like 20 minutes. So
that also would have worked, but unfortunately now we have to address it. ABF, hi, have you seen F1 yet, our Lord and Savior? Or I would also accept, have you played Expedition 33?
Oh, I started a new playthrough yesterday of Expedition 33 even.
So you, like I got like the withdrawals and you had to go back into, yeah, okay.
Yep. And also, I just want to address something. I'm so happy that you and Gooch aren't fighting right now after what I saw in the back room before the stream. So
we showed each other our Gooches as a universal peace symbol.
Scissor.
It's like the equivalent of showing each other our bellies and exposing the tender, literally exposing the tender parts.
Yes.
It's also where we dock. Cabal tattoos, they line up.
Who's opens up
call me a bottom.
All tattoos.
Depends on the mood. Depends on the mood. How giving. Leon, thank you for joining us. You have a little lightness to you. I don't know what it is about you. A certain je ne sais quoi. I don't know.
Just
extra
I'm
gay.
feeling good. I'm feeling happy. You got some good topics tonight.
We do actually have a lot of good topics, so let's get to it. But before that, Mr. Techrat.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Good.
We can hear you.
Well, let's keep it short and sweet. Just do the thing.
Riri. Boy, is she unpleasant to look at and listen to. And
gross. That's
just I'm just never gonna get that. What the hell is going on?
That's better.
That's so much better.
Oh, much better. Yes.
Oh,
Glitch in the system. There was a slug on my screen.
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, Jurassic World, which I'm going to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm not excited.
The I Want to Believe poster is the coolest thing you may have ever done with one of your back.
I was going to point that out.
Are you guys ready for
Mr.
this?
Techrat, that Lego thing?
I have never fully dipped my toes into X-Files.
Oh,
two nights ago, I went ham on the first season. I'm deep.
So good. It's so good, right?
So good.
What a time in my life to enjoy something like this.
Is there a particular reason?
I don't know. I feel like I was watching other things at the time that satiated that need. And
I could suggest a theory because it's what kept me from watching it for a while.
Go for it.
The opening was like unnerving. It was scary. And so I would always, when I would be finishing a show, I would try to switch away before the beginning started.
Maybe. And to add to that, I started thinking about it last night. It's really like the adult version of Goosebumps.
Absolutely.
The intro spooky, it hits, and then you watch this crazy story, and then we're on to the next one, kind of.
Intro to Goosebumps was a fucking bang. Dun 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 dun.
Rat, there's also a X-Files movie that I enjoyed. There was a movie, I think the second movie wasn't that great.
And I feel like I might have watched it.
So yeah, the thing is that the movie takes place in between seasons 3 and 4, 4 and 5, but it does connect the show. So like you do need to watch the film. But the way that ABF, is understandably in the belief system that Stargate is a documentary, so is fucking X-Files. 100% X-Files is real. So
I way prefer the Stargate history and our chances than anything in X-Files. We are
right.
We are screwed if X-Files is the real one.
Fire show.
It was 90. I want to say
Oh,
98, 99 when that movie came out. The X-Files movie.
Yeah, Chris Carter. He delivered a banger. That was when Mama Badger was working at Fox as a security guard. So got a little bit of access to the scenes and the sets and all of that. They don't film shit in studios anymore, though. So.
Comics are good too, by the way. X-Files season 11 comics are good.
Are they?
Yes. Then they ruined it with the revival.
I'm sure Ryan Coogler in his revamped series will be ever so fair. Jake Martin, and I know it's Jake Martin, but I guess for some reason is all for coats, no trousers. What is it? Oh, let me go see. Hold on. I'm assuming
it was a Wii controller.
Oh, is it controller? Oh,
was it from earlier?
It was. It was the hallowed woot. Shout out. Thank you, Jake. Leon.
You didn't have to, but you did.
It means the whale to us. First, of course.
Hey, Momo. So you like to watch?
Now, how about a smooch, huh?
Yeah, they're all in order too, because Leon, thank you.
Who is this guy?
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
And then, of course, Lord Comet for 80 episodes. Cue Final Fantasy Victory Dance. Leon, do the Final Victory. I almost bought Rebirth on the Steam sale, but
hey, did you see the Sonic DC crossover?
I've heard of it. Leon,
They
you gonna get it?
release small figures.
Oh wait, the figures.
Yeah, they release little figures.
No, but I do have the first issue. I need to get the rest. The last issue is this month, but yeah, first issue is very good. I just need to get the rest.
Thick. I'll send you the link to the figure.
I gotta tell you, Jake, I picked you wearing pants.
For tonight.
Yeah,
I did.
Shout out to Leon. He gifted me a couple of games, and the Steam sale has been so much fun. I bought like 17 games the other day. So now that after the 3 that Leon got me, that makes 20 new games. I'm gonna be busy.
Yeah, there's a Steam sale right now.
Steam summer sale for a week.
Every summer.
But it's winter for me.
Well, then you're not allowed to. It's against the law, dude.
Also, some of the games, it's like I had a bunch of them. The other ones I looked and I'm like, no, I'm not buying Spider-Man 2. Not for $47.
Yeah.
Not buying Dragon Age. Not buying Avowed, which shout out to Jason Schreier saying that he thought Avowed was better than Expedition 33. Thank you for confirming.
The fun ones
thoughts?
say they're like 90 or 95% off, and you're like, holy crap, this is like a AAA game only a few years ago.
Dude, for real, there was like so I got you, Hypno, and someone else. Like 3 of you guys stuff today. It came out like grand total of like 30 or 40 fucking bucks. It was nothing for like a 10 or 12 games. It was stupid, dude. It was awesome.
And I've been wanting to play Star Wars Squadrons too, so that's perfect.
That I did just buy with Battlefront for like $3.
Yeah,
before the yeah. Worth it. That still holds up, actually. That's I know we're all a little bit of a girl bossed out, but Iden Verso, not that horrible of a character, especially if you were one of the people that like were watching Andor and you want to have a little
campaign for I liked Iden Verso's campaign, the whole 9 for Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Put your pinky out when you're drinking that, Leon. Do it like a gentleman.
Yeah, especially with the
He
pink can.
stopped by the gas station on the way home from work specifically to get a C4 just to impress you.
God bless you. I have green apple Jolly Rancher. I see that's the watermelon, correct? How urban of you.
It is the watermelon.
My new
Jolly
favorite?
Rancher.
Yes. The dark cherry is my new favorite.
Yeah.
See?
Yes, like
dark
that dark cherry.
is... Hey, what do you mean by dark cherry?
Huh? What do you mean by dark cherry?
Right.
The darker the cherry, the sweeter the juice.
Nutella is the blacker the berry, the sweeter juice. Yeah, she blacker than a motherfucker too. All right, small miracles. Small miracles. Warner Brothers has given up making a live action Akira remake. I specifically thought of you guys and Leon after acquiring it in 2002. 20 years of literal development hell, and dear gods above and below, Taika Waititi was the last person mentioned attached to it.
Do you know who was mentioned before Taika Waititi? 2 of the other folk that tried it.
Is it not John Peters was one of the attached people originally? The guy that wanted Superman to fight a spider and not fly, and Kevin Smith has that famous rant about him.
No way, I didn't know he was attached to it. At one point, Leo DiCaprio was attached to produce. And then at another point, Jordan Peele was attached to produce.
Yep.
So like this has been all over the place. So I feel, oh my god, this is a gift from God.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
2002. It was Blade, Stephen Norrington to direct with John Peters producing, and John Peters is famously he was a hair dryer, like a salon and all that shit. Fail upwards in Hollywood.
Plus, as someone so graciously mentioned in my comments when I posted about this on X, we already had a good Akira live action remake. It's called Chronicle.
Oh, I mean, yeah, as far as like someone getting power and maybe going a little batshit with it, yeah. And then like their homies having to do something about it. Chronicle, man.
Underrated, dude. Chronicle's good.
Sure. All those actors, Michael B. Jordan, right? They're all in it. What did Homeboy go on to do? Chronicle, the director.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, didn't he go to do Fan Four Stick?
That's what it's like. It's Josh Trank, right?
Josh Trank, yeah.
Okay,
but he was kind of screwed by the studio.
He has been. Was he though? Please save him in my eyes, because he's been in jail.
He did make like a lot of really bad creative choices, right? Like casting Michael B. Jordan, the way that God damn it, Dr. Doom looked was kind of retarded, but they really fucked up the last 50 minutes of the movie.
It's messed up when I'm like, oh, the race swapped like Johnny Storm was the least of that movie's problem. Michael B. Jordan could have pulled off. Yeah, that was fine. It was turning it into a scary movie or whatever he tried to do with it, or a sci-fi horror. And then Doom.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh man, that would be a fun grift for you.
So, yeah, maybe
them
we'll
force you
on
to
that.
watch it. Yeah. Boy, I hope Robert Downey Jr. Hey. Something I am excited for every time because I'm going to see a lot of movies these days. Again, not many people were in the theater for F1, but every one of them I heard laughing when this trailer came on. And then, I just thought that was funny. Them, not really fair because AI is better these days, but no AI was used in the making of this poster. We might be back. I just watched I'll start you off, Gooch. I'll start you off a little tickle. I just watched a really good original film that wasn't based on, as far as I know, a comic book or any sort of previous property, and there was no politics in it or anything. It was just really good. Blah, 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 blah. Comedies are coming back. We might be back. Ever so slightly. Just a little bit. I hope so.
Well, I'm curious, like if we're getting what is it?
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Hey, this is gonna work. She survived. It's like a fairy. If you clap, they're real. She survives on super chats. No. Internet problems. Sorry.
The what is it? The Wayland brothers.
Oh, doing Scary Movie again?
Yeah.
Yes.
If that is like if they cross the line,
because I don't know how
humor
wokey they are. You know what I'm saying? They might have gotten that weird.
No, they're super anti. I mean that they've come out and say, or at least one of the brothers has, one of the Wayans brothers. At least one of us come out and be like, he hates this shit. He hates that he can't make comedy.
The Wayans brothers. What I call it, Wayland?
You said Wayland's. Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Wayans brothers. Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
Then,
be Wayland's.
If they do a Scary Movie and then they do Black Chick starring Tom Hanks and Glenn Powell, then we're back.
They are doing a White Chick sequel. Is it called Black Chicks? Is that?
No, it was a joke.
Like, were you making a joke? Because they have announced
No,
a
but
White
they
Girl
should.
sequel or White Chick sequel.
They should do a Black Chicks. Honestly, they should play into Black fatigue and make a movie about it.
100%.
Take my
Fucking do it, dude.
Now,
Just
see,
do it.
that's the movie I want to see Cynthia Erivo cast in. Like,
Right. That's where's Jodie Turner Smith in that one? Yes. Yes. Well, we are again. Unfortunately, not everything is new and original. Lilo and Stitch is and we knew it would, right? It is officially going forward, grossing over 900 million, probably going to make its way to $1 billion. They must be using like the weekend guess of what it's going to be because it's only projections rather, because it says only 917 here. But either way, it's probably going to hit $1 billion. Good, you ended up liking it.
Lilo
I
and
love
Stitch
the
2 is not the
I
same.
liked
as
it.
the first one.
Yeah, but don't do sequels. Just let it be. Just
Lilo and
That's
Stitch animated movie did have an animated sequel. It was direct to DVD, but it's, well, I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing because the direct to DVD sequel actually, Lilo and Stitch had 2 direct to DVD sequels, which were actually both pretty good, and it spawned a TV show after that was really good. So
Probably
I
safe
wonder
that they're going to change it significantly.
But
that's depressing.
It's
Well,
how
they
it
changed the
looks.
first one.
It looks like Disney's doing it because we are making money off of that. Let's just do another one, and people are going to be like, no, thank you.
Well, this is why it's sort of good that How to Train Your Dragon isn't doing spectacularly as well as people expected, and why I hope that
is
Jurassic World doesn't make $1 billion. I'm hoping it doesn't, so that they can just stop with these remakes and sequels and what's
How
the
to Train Your
numbers?
Dragon.
Yeah, see?
Jesus.
Oh.
I thought it would hit over 4.
We all did.
Yeah.
I paid it like $5.50, I think.
Oh, so do you think because my whole thing with it was like it was fine, but if you liked the first one, I didn't think that any one moment visually it looked better on some of like the dragons and shit. But like as far as like the moments that give me the ooh, you know, when he throws away the instructions and the music hits, I didn't get any of that from the live action. It just felt disconnected and okay.
There was no sense of danger when they were flying. Like in the animated movie, when he falls down, you get the sense that they're about to both die for a second. It was like exhilarating in the animated movie. In the live action, I felt nothing.
Yeah, and I'm no we'll spook her. Hi. How's the internet working for you?
I don't even want to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Hello.
We're happy.
Hello.
I'm happy. Good. We need the demographics because Leon with the hair alone wasn't covering it.
Moxie, blink
did
if
your
you're in
best.
danger.
Yeah.
I know, it kind of looks like I'm in a prison somewhere without
It looks
the
like you're in
beautiful
Vice
palm
City,
trees.
actually. Can't wait to play that game. All right. We were just talking about how horrible How to Train Your Dragon is doing. Oh. Look at that. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Hostages. No wonder the internet isn't so good. You're sharing. I don't even want to do the math on how that's working out, but
Oh my
all
God.
right.
Are you
Oh, that was a long
harboring,
run. All the way
people
back
from
to-
other countries?
Oh, good. Trying to make us believe you run.
I do now know
I do.
where to
Rude.
call ice.
Gooch can teleport. What the hell?
That's all
Instant
right.
transmission.
That beeping sound is not the tracker. I have been going to movies more and more. I have kind of been like Erwin. I was debating about F1. He needs to see it because more than anything, that is something that you need to see on the big screen. Don't you second monitor it, son. But also, there's a bunch of movies that I didn't get a chance to see on the now, like Cinemark XD or bigger screens. So when they come back, especially when they're in 4K and they have deleted scenes like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Right, Leon? For the first time,
so
we're going to
excited,
get
baby.
2.1 with the 8 minutes extra added in. It is a superior cut of the film with the enhanced graphics. Is there a better scene from like comic to live action of this whole subway with the people? And he's just a kid, no older than my son. And then them standing in front and the hands and he makes the funny face when he's holding the shit together. But
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Joey,
this is the best Spider-Man movie, period.
I can't argue with that. I really can't.
Badger, you're a Joe Rogan fan. Have you ever heard Joey Diaz tell his story about this scene?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But go ahead for the audience. It's just briefly what he said about it.
He's got like one line in the whole movie in this one scene, and Alfred Molina would come to him to run lines and take it so seriously. And like Joey Diaz felt like he was finally being taken seriously as an actor after getting out of prison and being a gangbanger or whatnot. Like that, this just running lines with Alfred Molina was his like, I've made it. I can be something besides just this piece of shit gangbanger. And it's so wholesome. Oh, I can't wait. It's such a great scene. It's such a great movie.
I'm sure he was blitzed the entire time too.
And God bless him for that on all of it. Made the performance better as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, definitely in the running for not just the best Spider-Man movie, but the best comic book movie ever. Just
for me, it's always
sheer
tough between that
performance.
and Logan. Like Spider-Man 2, my favorite's the first one, but in terms of best, like Logan or Spider-Man 2, I think is the two best comic book films ever made.
I'm sure Kristen Dunst will talk about how she's upset that she didn't make as much money as Andrew or excuse me, Toby. All these white guys look the same to me. Gooch, you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm
Should we
good.
start talking about Superman? You seem a little cheery over there. I got to keep you balanced.
Well, I'm just good. Moxie looks like a gamer now. Look at her. She looks like a pro gamer.
She looks great. Looks like she's gonna jump right into Vice City and beat the shit out of someone any moment.
Yeah.
I would endorse that too because the violence builds up and then it comes out at inappropriate moments. I'm just trying to get my money back. We saw this. God bless him. Because originally it was going to be all the wrong lessons. It was just going to be Toby and Andrew jumping out of portals. One-liner and then bouncing out. Instead, they got some real shit to work with. John Watts, the director, was talking about it. Said, I remember there was one unspoken person who was like, whatever is happening in the movie in the third act, oh no, Peter Parker's in trouble. Thwip, where did that web come from? Thwip, where did that web come from? Reveal Toby and Andrew. They swing in, they save the day, they leave. I was like, I won't make that. I absolutely refuse to make that. Just a character showing up for a cameo, being like, hello, remember me? Okay, see you later. I was like, that's not going to happen. God bless him. He literally said no to just making. That's why when people say it was a remember berry, I was like, well, they at least.
No,
gave them-
as much as I can't stand this movie, this is one of the few things about it that I do like is how Toby and Andrew were handled in it with care, respect. I mean, it sucks that it wasn't a better movie, but the third act does actually make it watchable.
I think it hits. Yeah, I agree with you. The first act is the roughest part of it.
Andrew Garfield gets a better moment in that movie than he did in his solo 2 movies, right? Like,
yeah.
God damn
the catharsis of saving anyone when he lost his Gwen in that moment. God, if anyone deserves, and I love Toby, and we just talked about it, he's the best, but I kind of feel like he had 3 goddamn movies and a really good veteran scene. Andrew is the one that needs a Spider-Man movie, especially the way he left it at the end of that, of like kind of a vengeful Spider-Man that's just learning to love himself again, whatever.
I was an Andrew hater for years because I hated those movies so goddamn much. But then I saw him in other films, like, oh no, he can act. It's just the movies that are bad. Then I saw him in this. I was like, he's not even a bad Spider-Man. He was in those movies, but it was poorly written. It wasn't his fault. Like, this movie redeemed Andrew Garfield as an actor for me.
I liked him as Spider-Man. I thought they all gave something different. I thought it was finally like a Peter Parker that, like, if anything, he was maybe too cool. But
yeah, he was too cool. Yeah.
I like that he was a more vocal Spider-Man and the jokes and the teasing people.
See, and I like that as well. Don't get me wrong, like the quips were there and whatnot. It's just that much like people only think Deadpool's jokes and whatnot, when there's so much more to Deadpool's character, there's also so much more to Spider-Man's character. And while they added the quips that Toby didn't really have as much, they sacrificed so much of the other stuff. There's like I think overall the Toby movies are a better representation of Spider-Man, even if we don't have as much quips.
That's fair. Yeah, it is a lot like Batman and Superman, where it's like, man, to me at least, every actor, and even David coming up, I see something different. Every actor has given like a facet of the character from the comics, but we've never, with the exception of Kevin Conroy, hallowed be thy name, we have never gotten a fully, and I guess the same with Spider-Man in the animated series as well. In live action, we've never got a full, complete version of those characters.
Yep.
Oh, I long for the day. All right, Gooch, I'm going to give you a little bit of F1 because I was thinking about it. Hans Zimmer doing the soundtrack is next level. It did not feel like it almost felt like I was watching sci-fi, something else than an F1 show, just because of the music and almost spiritual, the way he does that. Dun,
yes.
The son of a bitch and his musical manipulation.
Yeah, it pulls you in. It really does.
Rules of streaming are the woman with Booba always goes in the middle. It's just, I don't write those rules. If it was up to me, I would have it like that, but California straight, so it's 2 on the nose. The music is next level, right? And part and parcel with that, it's like you can almost see, because I can see myself rewatching that movie. You can hear the soundtrack along with it. Tron is a lot like that.
In fact, you got me revved up to go watch F1 now.
Bro, if they do Mass Effect the way they're talking about it, we need to get Hans Zimmer for the sound, because Mass Effect has that sort of, like, while I was watching F1, I was like, boy, this sounds a little Mass Effect-y in the best way possible. We got Tron, which also had, like, it's nothing without the soundtrack. I am very worried about this. And originally I was very worried about this because of Jared Leto. Now I am very worried about this because of Jared Leto. We understand the differences of part of that. So allegations of him aside, all the new pictures we've gotten are not him. They've got his face covered. And
real quick though, Badger, like, while I think everyone on this panel is innocent until proven guilty, if there's anyone that's you're gonna make these accusations about and kind of believe him off the rip, isn't it probably Jared Leto? Or am I the only one?
He's got a cult. He's a cult leader.
That's my point, Niad, is like, he's good looking and he's got a cult. He doesn't need to have the unwanted unless that's where he gets his jollies.
He should have stuck to music.
30 Seconds to Mars.
Quick question.
Come on. Getting up. Yes, ABF.
F1, you liked it. How does it compare to Ford versus Ferrari and Gran Turismo?
I did not watch those movies because I don't give a shit about racing.
Both of those movies.
Really? They're both very good movies, even if you don't like racing, I think.
Yep.
Ford versus Ferrari is more about cars than it is racing, right? Like, if I remember
it's
correctly.
a documentary. It's basically how Ford beat Ferrari and made them go bankrupt, and then they had to sell.
It's a pissing contest the whole way through.
From this is great, but you could have switched it out with anything. What this is like a chosen veteran who never really lived up to his full potential. You could have switched it out for anything. A chosen veteran that never really lived up to his potential and maybe has this one last shot to fucking do something. Maybe I saw something of all parallels in it, but it was like, and then
but he's not looking. But he's not looking. He's not looking to do that. Like, that's
no.
He's not going in to look to capitalize on the situation. He's just looking to be a team player and to move the young rookie forward to push the company.
Honestly,
forward.
I kept thinking of if Lanterns, right? Like an older veteran with a younger dude with something to prove, and yeah. I guess if any of that dynamic is there, there's just a lot of.
I like what you're putting down. I actually like what you're putting down. Like that's why I mean, like that's
put
why I
down
got
all day
like
long.
Bull.
Yeah.
That's why I said Bull Durham when you got Costner and Tim Robbins. He got the old wily vet, the back catcher with the pitcher.
Mom,
like,
go watch
you
F1.
got Tin Cup, F1, and you get the Top Gun. You know what I mean by the Top Gun feel with the.
This is why I was gonna. I'll recommend, and then I got to stop because I got to make you upsetty spaghetti later, and I'll get you up again. It's a call to action. It's a doing something meaningful with your skills and talent, and also something that you want to and is important not just to you but to everyone else. It's I was feeling things during it, and then the music, sons of bitches. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
Hey,
Badger, I would recommend Gran Turismo though, because you like gaming, and if you like F1, you might like that movie too.
I heard that was good. Like
I love Gran Turismo. I love Gran Turismo.
Yeah, it's not what you think it's going to be.
Exactly.
Not having seen F1, but still really Ford vs Ferrari as well. So legitimately one of the best directed films I would say of the last decade.
Oh, this movie is very
Rush
well
as well.
Based on you guys talking about, I would love to see it. It's
amazing, and I got me. I did the geez, like it.
Yeah,
tons of bitches. I was supposed to be desensitized, and it got me. Yeah, and for a dude like when he said action, I was like, what the hell's the action? No, there is action. There is action, and the way it is shot and depicted, you understand the technicality of it and the like. Oh, the clever son of a bitch! He did the even though I know nothing about it. I know nothing. You guys know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Real quick, just finishing up on Tron. Instead of getting Jared Leto, we're teasing now Jeff Bridges coming back because that can't go possibly horribly wrong. He says,
"Is it me?" Real quick, is the identity disc a triangle now in that picture?
Oh,
it's a triangle.
I
don't ask me how that's gonna.
All right, go
ahead. He says, this is the grid. The whole digital universe is. I'm hesitating to do it. This is the. No, I can't do it. This is the grid. The whole digital universe is all up for grabs. It's all possible in that place. It worked out that I still have some sort of consciousness because if you remember, he merged with the digital version of Clue and went into whatever. Flynn originally explored the digital world in the hopes of achieving some sort of perfection for humanity, but now the plot thickens, as the dude might say, new shit has come to light. And that's it. Hey, we get Mama Anasea. Come on, you. Even though you can see her be de-rezzed in the trailers, she probably
Mama
doesn't last long.
Is that any relation to Papa Issa?
Yes.
She's not a fierce woman.
You got audio aids.
Everyone has AIDS.
It's only when I'm around, huh? Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
Jake, go watch Tron Legacy. It's fucking that soundtrack by
oh, it's so good.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk, yeah.
You can literally play it from start to finish and see the entire movie in your head. That's how good it is.
Also, like a little bit of criticism though, the de-aging of Jeff Bridges not very good. That's the weakest part of the movie.
It was one of the first times they did that de-aging, and then we're like proud about it, when they had him do full Not in Shadow.
It doesn't ruin the movie though. I just want to point that out.
No, but it is sort of like, well, we have.
It is
we've maybe peaked CGI. We've peaked CGI some places, and we've maybe come a long way in some of the other places. Shout out, dude! It is.
Watching it was
Garrett Hedlund. Oh yeah.
It's such an experience. Like the first time I watched it was also the first time I'd ever gotten high, and the last time.
Yeah.
But I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Everything was racing past me. All the lights and the soundtrack. It was just surreal.
My first seizure.
It was the first time I had seen in a long time in 3D, and I remember the film is in 2D in the beginning, and it's not until Sam goes into the grid where it popped into 3D, doom, 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 and then the music starts. And it's like, oh, okay, and then it's not that like cheap shit where it's in your face. It just is it's 3D. It's a little popped out. I don't know. It was one of the best 3D viewing experiences I'd had. So I think capture any of that. That's assuming they make it to coming out and Jared scandal doesn't ruin everything, because I don't know how you edit around that.
I hope they still have some of those like nerdy computer stuff, in it, like the references to like Linux and things like that. They
OG programming.
Well, yeah, they did justice to the original by showing like actual code on the computer for a split second, stuff like that. But
it seems like a lot of it is going to be sort of like prequel sequel, where it's at the same time as the first movie. Like this, to me, it looks like this is during the moment between when they got Flynn's command disc and opened the portal to when they took it out and stopped it. There was a window where Jared Leto's Ares character escapes into the real world, and that's what we're dealing with. But
I like how we didn't even mention Erwin's death today.
Oh, I think everyone just is fine.
It's just fine.
It's good. We have enough manic energy here. Now, Erwin is alive. He's just, I give him an allowance because it's Expedition 33, the video that he's working on. And so he's got
that's right. That's
whole bunch of TISM footage to watch. God knows how he's going to edit that.
Oh my God. I just saw the message that you sent, Rat, with the Sonic fit. Oh, these look so good.
It's pretty cool, dude. The little 5 inches. That's nice.
5 inches is fine.
Yeah.
We have a Street Fighter movie coming out. And I think everyone was fine with the Chun-Li casting. And I show this only to compare it with the new casting. Rat, what do you think about Andrew Schultz?
What the heck?
Who's
What
Dan?
the fuck?
Because I haven't played more
Dan
than like
Hibiki
Street Fighter 2.
Dude, Dan Hibiki is the
more metal.
Have you played a lot of fighting games in your life, Badger?
Like the
Mortal Kombat
original.
Yeah,
the original shit and the original
every
Street
fighting
Fighter.
game has like the one joke character that's like intentionally made to be bad at everything.
Oh, okay.
Dan Hibiki is the joke character.
Well, then I think I'm all right with that. Let him be the
Yeah,
joke
this is great casting.
Okay,
So he's
but
kind of
what
like
about
the
this?
Glass Joe. Oh, stupid.
Yes, he's like the glass joke.
What about 50 Cent?
Right.
50 Cent.
Stupid.
Well, we'll never get a better casting for Balrog than Michael Clark Duncan, and sadly, he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and Tiny Lester's no with like all the big strong black dudes.
Yeah,
Hey,
like-
hold on. What about Terry Crews?
Yes,
Oh,
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 50
Might
Cent
be
is
too
like
old.
But 50
No,
Cent
it
is
was,
young.
it was not double the fight.
he's tiny.
Oh yeah. Now Kith.
Yeah, Mike Tyson would have been perfect.
I mean,
All
Balrog
right,
is
well,
big
you
for
guys
Mike
are happy
Tyson,
with this.
so.
Good. I'm happy to. I mean, now that you explained the context that it's a joke character.
Please.
I can't believe they're putting Dan in the. Like, it's got to be just a one-off cameo sort of scene because
Is this supposed to be serious? Like the Street Fighter? Do you think, like, because it was very campy, tongue in cheek, the first one, whether they meant to do that or not? Do you think this is supposed to be a serious take, or?
well, I'm hoping it matches the games where like the core characters are serious, but there's still some wackiness and hokiness just in the game universe. It's there's a fine line.
There is a fine line. Fine line. You were speaking of fine lines. Graphic fidelity versus I don't know, even a video game realism.
Stylization, yeah.
There's video game realism, and then there's wow, that looks real. I'm just murdering people now. Resident Evil Requiem. I feel old. I am turning 40 next month, and seeing that this takes place 30 years after Resident Evil 2 might as well just be in real time. How are you feeling about this?
All right,
like this.
so I'll do a quick version. This will be a large chunk of my show after this, but I don't like it. To quote Goose, I don't
That's
like
enough. You can tease it. You don't like it.
Would you have preferred if they brought Leon Kennedy? Because they were saying that the reason they're not doing that is because for this new game to work, the main character needs to be scared, and Leon is quite stoic and confident. I get that, but what's your take, Leon?
My take is watch Neon Leon after this because we'll be going all in on that. This is literally probably going to be about 50% of my show tonight. So
good answer.
Well, and just for me personally, I love Leon Kennedy. I know. Well, this Leon's all right. No, I love Leon Kennedy, but also if he's in there, there's no threat. What it does have nothing to do with him being stoic because he could be emotional and screaming while he does it. He is
like
John
Superman.
Wick. He's literally the John Wick. Fuck you. He's literally the John Wick of the Resident Evil. Like they even play it up with the gun. He's the John Wick of that universe. So and Chris Redfield's like the Schwarzenegger. So basically, if any of those dudes are in the game, I think that's why they had to take them out of the second 8. Because if they're in, it's over. You're not beating them. If anything, I'd like to see Claire again or Jill.
Jill, yes. Claire, no. Claire is the only.
Claire's
one
also pretty overpowered.
She actually is the only one they've given a full character arc to, and is more or less given a legitimate reason to retire from the series. I love Claire, but she's done. Keep her out of the games. Give us Jill.
Either way, Jill Valentine was that
Jill Valentine. Yep.
Yeah.
Love the option for third or first person, because like Cyberpunk, just give me third person if I want it. I want to see. Just give me the option. Options are always better.
It's nice to have the option, but I feel like third person isn't as scary as first person. No,
I agree.
True.
I agree.
But I also feel like that's an artificial. No, good, Leon. Depends. Yeah, you shut up. You're talking about it on your stream. No, good. What were you saying? Depends on the type of scary.
I think it depends on the type of horror, as well as like certain IPs have a certain identity to them, and when you now what this means for Resident Evil, whatnot, we can have a debate about. But just like in general, I don't know first person versus third person one's inherently scarier than the other, but it just depends on the world you built or the games you built, the engine you built, things like that.
Yeah, and had Resident Evil started as a first-person shooter, I wouldn't be arguing. But it started off as a third person, and the second, and they're all except for Survivor. And then when we got to the 7th and 8th, it switched to first, which is fine. But I want the option for my third person because that's what it was. Especially when you start doing goofy shit.
I was playing it exclusively in third person, like for that reason.
If games don't evolve, then sometimes they die out. And going from third to first person, a lot of people see that as a step up. There's a debate there, but I think first person is better. Personally,
me too.
Did anyone play Left 4 Dead?
Yep.
Yes.
Great game.
First person, right? That's the only horror game that I tried out. It's terrifying.
No,
that is
Left 4 Dead's top down, isn't it? Or does it have both?
No, it's first person shooter.
First person, I think.
Oh, I thought you played the third. Maybe I'm misremembering. My bad.
Yeah, but it's and for like the 7th game where you do end up getting like substantial weaponry. I guess I understand it. It was sort of first person-y, but I like the option to see the whole. Feels more like a movie. 4-player co-op. Yeah. I always felt like I was flying in that game. Like there's no weight to your character's body as you're running through the map.
Yeah.
Gooch, we talked about this earlier. I'm warming you up.
Yeah.
Michael Bay doing a Transformers movie, and whether or not not that he's not retiring. Michael Bay should though. Whether or not it's the Transformer 1 directors developing a new live action Transformer. So I hesitate to think it could be both. They don't have the money for 2 Transformer films.
Yeah, because like it says that he what's his nuts wants to direct a Transformers movie, and this one says Cooley wants to direct. So who's directing this movie?
Who's directing dick is bigger? Probably Bay, but wasn't Bay the one that ruined the films that got them to move away and start doing spin-offs?
I don't know if he I don't want to say ruined because the way I said it earlier, like the first one was great. That's like everything after was just kind of conveyor belt stuff. It was just the same shit after the next. So like it just didn't attract me. But like this Transformers 1, I thought was done really, really well, and I would love to see that in live action.
Okay. Gooch, go get
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
I'm taking my blood pressure meds.
Oh, good. Baby aspirin.
Yeah. Actually, yes.
Yeah. While we have 112 people, 40 minutes into the show, perfect time to talk about the Superman clip that we saw on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Okay, now I'm going to come up.
You're going to hold on. No, I always like to guess the way people will react, and I did not expect that this one would go quite the way it did, and we'll talk about all the different. Basically, I think this clip has turned into a proxy war for GUNN fans and Snyder Bros to fight it out. But let's see, because there's definitely shit to talk about. This is the scene. Leon, you said you hadn't watched it.
Well, I've watched it without the audio because I was.
Well, this is pretty important. Would be the audio because, let's just.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
I tried to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog.
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, Eve. Get all of this.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about. He's just a dog. I don't know what dog you're talking about. Ugly dog and cake. What did you say?
He looks like he's having such fun. Leon, what do you think of that?
3 thoughts. One, this is the most I've been sold Nicholas Hoult as Luther, so that's cool.
Yes.
2, this is, I don't see any issue with this scene. I've seen a lot of people freaking out about it, but it's being out of character for Superman. I don't think it's out of character for Superman at all. And
Okay,
third,
that's one.
I've seen people like, this is a completely irrational reaction for pets. I've been done way meaner things to people for talking shit about Hondo. So all this is fine with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody complaining that it's an overreaction? Anybody seen John Wick? Maybe. I mean,
okay.
If somebody touches my dog or kidnaps my dog, I'm going ape shit. My dog is a member of my family. Thank you very much. I do agree. Like Nicholas Hoult was very concerned about him. I'm sold on Lex Luthor. I think that it's a disservice for them to have shown this clip, especially out of context, because this is
bunch of clips have been shown out of context that I think have done a disservice, and I question why they did that.
Like the interview.
Yes, all of it.
I
Him
think
wounded.
This scene will definitely make a lot more sense in the movie if Lex and his group have infiltrated the Fortress of Solitude, destroyed all of the robots, and taken his dog, all of which are like his last connection to Krypton, the only thing he has of his home world.
Yeah,
I would understand why Superman is kind of being a little bit upset here. As for it being an overreaction, I don't think it is, but I can definitely see why where people are coming from.
ABF, and then I'll get to all, because trust me, I've got them condensed down to the main criticism. And Gooch, yours is noted to specifically you have an issue with David's performance, not whether or not Superman would do this or not, just David's performance. He sounds a little pitchy, and we can talk about that. Okay, let's put you aside, my little snuggy bug over there. Okay, ABF, what did you think about this?
Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, like, I think that looks a lot better.
Love the way he moved his coffee.
Maybe we didn't see him before, but I don't know. I need more context. I like Nia was saying, I feel like I don't have the full story. I don't know if that's an overreaction or not, so I don't know if I should be mad or not about it. So I don't know.
And then Rat, did you think he sounded whiny, or just was that a justified? I know what you would do if someone took your dog. So,
well, of course, but it's also not just the dog. Like you said, it's the whole thing. You blew his spot up. So
yeah, destroyed the robot.
I get it, but he does sound a little
look through
over the top if he's supposed to be composed.
Yeah, before I get to whether Superman would or wouldn't do this, because that's overwhelming evidence that this has been done a billion times, and we'll talk about that, because that's when you get into a proxy war and people being disingenuous.
The receipts.
Yeah, oh, so many fucking receipts, and I knew it would happen too, and it didn't take long, by the way. Gooch, this is why I think I got upset. There was a scene where I said what you said, but you're like, no, I'm fine with that. But then in this scene, you said what I wanted you to say. Okay. So when he's like, they were going to die, I think that's a little dramatic. But originally you said you didn't have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Right. But in this scene, when where's the dog? And you thought that maybe his acting sounded a little.
I think it's the way he delivered it.
Right.
I just don't like how he delivered it, because it comes across like a tantrum. Like, to me, it's not Superman-like.
And that is
it's
a common complaint. Not that he broke through the door, just Gooch to validate you, because it's not just yours. This is like
in the
Epic Mike's.
That's actually
once you weasel them down to Superman has done this before, the basic criticism is he sounds like a whiny, tantruming kid, not like scary Superman.
The tone of voice, I
tone of voice.
Kind of have a problem with that as well.
Okay,
yes,
not huge. Just I noticed.
No. It registered.
It's how it comes, and he does it in some other, the way he delivers the lines in the movie. I've mentioned that as well. And it's just, I don't know if I can see him as Superman. I see him more as Superboy here than more of Superman. Like that's because just the way he delivers it, and it's just like
we've seen all the trailers. He's plenty of good things about it. It's just some of those performances, especially when taken out of context, he sounds a little.
It's tough because there's a lot there that I'm
emotional.
like, There's a lot there. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, there's a lot there. What?
Yep. No, there's a lot there. Yep.
69. ABF shout out. What do you call Superman's closet? An escape room. An escape room. Because
you
he
get
puts
it,
his
good?
cape.
Yes, I got it.
Where does he hang his cape?
This power level is amazing. It's spectacular.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yup.
Because that's how you get ants.
Yay!
I was laughing all the way through those clips.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. I have my own concerns with David's performance. He definitely seems to be, look, as an angry badger and get super passionate and maybe get a little pitchy myself. He does seem to, if his Superman really fucking cares, and because of that, he's going to emotionally compromise himself. And I think that's what everyone's not getting. This is called the character arc, where he learns to overcome those more emotional moments. And if anyone is going to make him break that stoic shit he's trying to do as Superman, it's going to be Lex. And this is enter all the goddamn receipts of it happening again.
Okay, here it is. Yeah. Okay.
And again.
Yep.
And again. And again. And this is, by the way, this is where we start getting into the mercenaries. The Gunn bros versus the Snyder bros. When Henry's mother was stolen, when this version of Superman's mother was stolen and held hostage, and he did the where is she, people that didn't like Snyder and him, hey, that's not how Superman react. He's stoic. And then those very same people that like Gunn are, oh, look how nice. Finally a Superman that can act. And that is the disingenuous battle now that we're
But you notice
fighting.
it takes baiting him into it. He never just loses his shit.
Thank you, Gun Ho Mac.
I saw this too.
Superman has been emotional in every, now, yes, context and depiction of it. Sure. But I don't know. I just felt like this one got caught in the crossfire.
Techrat is absolutely right. He is being baited into this scenario. Everything that Lex has done is to facilitate this moment where Superman has lost his cool. He's being recorded, and it's to sort of assassinate his character in the world, in the views of the world, right?
Yeah.
Tessmacher's recording it on her phone. So
Yeah.
it's all just to catch him being crazy.
Old. That is live stream. Like, we're old. That's not recording. It's
Same.
fucking live
Yeah,
stream.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like even I caught myself with recording. Like, recording it. No, she would be live streaming it. And he looks over, he looks at the thing. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. That, as I pointed out, that is him stopping himself.
How is it that we live stream daily? And I didn't even realize that's what she was doing. I went live all of a sudden.
No, I said recording by mistake. She's definitely live streaming, and that was the impression that I got. I definitely see where Gooch is coming from in that he seems more like Superboy than he does Superman. But to Badger's point, I don't want my Superman being fully formed at the beginning of the film. I want him to go on some sort of journey and figure out the kind of Superman he needs to be.
Yeah,
because a lot of people didn't like that Lois Lane interview with Superman, and I thought that was one of the better scenes. I thought, okay,
and in
we're
context,
getting some real act.
I'm told that she's doing him a solid.
Yes,
she's media training him so he doesn't say dumb. And by the way, he says dumb shit to her, and she's showing him how quickly that Superman act he's putting on.
You
would be
and I
torn apart
love
by
that
someone.
scene. Yeah, you and I love that scene. And but this scene here, it just seemed like, okay, we're getting away from, like, yeah, he's frustrated. They're all gonna die. Like the way he said it was like, yeah, that's frustration. That seemed a little more childish to me. It just didn't resonate with me. It just didn't.
It's so
hit like.
Yeah,
No, I thought you were my bad. Continue.
No. It just if he's angry, it's one thing. Like you're coming through, but like he just kind of like, it's just the way he portrayed it. That scene, I just didn't buy it.
I think when it's balanced, we'll maybe see, because we've only seen that, right? Maybe if we see him, especially how he does when he's actually fighting. He's supposed to be 25. I know he's supposed to be year 3, 25. Yeah,
I can kind of see it, to be fair.
I just think it's funny that like the people that would shitting on Pattinson for not being fully formed and like, where's Bruce Wayne, even though it wasn't fully formed, are now war makes for strange bedfellows. Hi, Tom Connors. He's fine with this and Superman not being. I was like, okay, so here we're fine with the character not being fully formed and maybe growing and learning and becoming. Where the hell was that? Anyway,
I do find it interesting though, Gooch, because like I have the exact opposite opinion. Like I'm fine with both these scenes, but if one he sounds like whiny or whatnot, and the other I would say it's that he's going to die line, which again I'm like you, I do like, but
people were going to die.
The way his voice cracks and whatnot does sound a bit whinier than when he's like, "Where's the dog?" Like that's almost like, oh, okay, so just like Batman, where is she? Like he's got the deep voice and everything, so I don't get whiny from that.
No, he didn't have the deep voice there when he says, "Where's the dog?" He sounded
well.
It
was deeper than the people were gonna die.
Yeah, by comparison, but again, I like both. I just find one like I just had the opposite thought. Yeah,
is like that's like
how's that mic working? Yeah,
she's not even listening to the private chat. So
good. Just making sure.
No, it sounds fine.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do.
I don't know. It's a little sensitive of things, but I don't know. I've had so many issues just in the last like 40 some minutes of me trying to figure out how just even get in here and listen to you guys. I just don't want to mess anything up. So
keep it as it is.
But I will say, as far as the scene goes, this is the first time that I ever had an issue or noticed that Nicholas Holt's accent was a little heavy for the American side. Some people have complained about his accent. I didn't really catch that in other films that I liked. But this scene, I'm like, oh, there it is. There's something about it. It's a little much.
I can't quite tell what dialect he's going for because he's clearly going to make his Lex, but I haven't heard enough of it and he's a little choppy of it. But I do hear what people are saying about it. But as far as his personality, there's something to be said that Nicholas tried to be Superman like 3 times, and even this time he came oh so close before David got it over him, and so he's got a. Much like Lex has a resentment that it should be me, it's not lost on me. There might be a little bit of emotion to pull from. I don't know. Of all the movies, I am looking forward to Superman the most. All the other ones.
It's really tough because like we all have our own vision of how Lex Luthor should sound, how Batman should be portrayed, how Lois Lane should look and sound. Like, because we've had so many versions of it, right? Just like Batman, like you have so many versions of it. So we're gonna have a lot of mixed bags when it going into.
Did you have like
movie.
2 or 3 though? You have one solid version because I got like 2 or 3 that sort of like as long as you're in this range.
Batman, like you mentioned, or Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy. Like there's like a Joker. I mean,
unfortunately, Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Heath Ledger for Anarchy.
Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill had like times, like certain films or whatnot, where
2 decades.
Great,
Yeah, but then I just took that as project, like this is the script in their version,
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm getting at. Is that like Corn Sweat, he might be able to do something leaps and bounds even better than this in a second movie or third movie or Justice League movie, if it's someone else writing and whatnot. So, I mean, I don't know
Lex
how much of
Luthor?
this we're going to be able to blame on Corn Sweat, even if it is bad, which I don't think it will be. But even if it is,
Michael Rosenbaum is definitely in my consideration for how Lex Luthor should add. He's definitely in there.
Live action wise, I think he's the best Lex Rosenbaum for sure.
I have no argue with that.
Rosenbaum, yeah. But Gene Hackman, as corny as
but that's just like a pocket universe version of Lex. It's like
it's
of Lex.
It's a Bronze Age,
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
And if this is by all accounts a more silver, that's, by the way, before we move on to Batman finally being done, that is what we keep hearing, that it is a Silver Age Superman. Lex is a fucking space magician with magic, with technology, pocket universe and things like that. And that it is essentially a live action, the animated series of Superman. And if that is true, and assuming that's not extreme hyperbole, if that is true, holy hell, are they going to be just fine? Just fine, but proof will be in the pudding. So come to like 2 weeks.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I got the Amazon Prime July 8th, I think. So,
hey Gooch, what are you doing for the 4th of July?
That's a good question. We'll talk about it after.
Proud to be an American, where
Yeah.
at least I knows where I
I'm excited
am.
for it. I'm really excited.
I'm excited that the Batman 2 script has finally been completed by Matthew Reeves. Finally.
Oh, so now you can get off his dick?
Yeah, because apparently we've been bugging him. Bro, Pattinson's about to turn.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like, what year do you think Batman is then?
Yeah, so that is something to talk about. Because I was gonna ask what do you think the sacrifice is gonna be from that? It's been 3 years and Penguin is over, but the better question is, how far is the time jump gonna be?
And where does Clayface come in?
Clayface
3, right?
Is gonna be in the DCU, unrelated to
hey
this. hey. You are fucking with the wrong Batman Nutella.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Shut up. I don't know how they keep track of what's what. Like the dynamic duo with the Robins. I'm now told that that's not in the DCU.
What?
Right. So I don't fucking know anymore. Don't ask me. I just work here, man. The animated, it's like the animatronic claymation, essentially dynamic duo. That's Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and Red Hood is now apparently not in the DCU proper, but in some sort of like ephemeral.
Oh, what the fuck
elsewhere.
are we doing?
I don't know. Yeah. So I guess that makes sense. So now we don't know what the hell is going on with Batman and the Bat family and all of that, other than whoever. No, because we don't know that. Oh, it's so screwed. Depending on which one comes out first, we'll find out who's going to be leading the Teen Titans, which is already written by the Supergirl and Noriega.
Grave, the new Spawn movie it's been labeled King Spawn, so I have no idea what's happening with that Spawn movie.
Well, that would make sense because King Spawn's like the most popular. I think I missed this. Can we use a bunker buster for F4? It's crapola. I don't know. It's not looking good. I'm definitely thinking that's going to be the biggest loss.
And see, in the trailer before F1, we saw Johnny Storm, and I was like, "Oh, this is a better Johnny Storm." That
trailer.
Yeah, we did, and it was a way better Johnny Storm than what we saw in the other
Superman trailer.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
How'd you feel about it?
I was too busy rolling my eyes. But
that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
But like Johnny Storm actually looked like he sounded like Johnny Storm in that trailer. I was like, oh, okay, so this is better. But Pedro I can't, and it just he doesn't sound like a Reed Richards. He sounds like an F word, like
he sounds like a Fagoli.
Fagoli.
I almost used the F word.
Yeah, a Fagoli. Yeah,
a father figure.
He's daddy. He's Marvel daddy now.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't get to call me a bottom anymore.
that is apparently the new push, Leon, is to make him Marvel daddy. So much so that Bella Ramsey says she doesn't like it and she's not going to go along with it. That she thinks it's dangerous for him, the jokes of that.
But this
he talked with her on set about sexuality and shit.
Oh
yeah. Protect the dolls, Leon. That means
I don't think anyone's touching her. But like Moxie mentioned a month before that in the interview, she was saying that she was what were you saying about the daddy?
5 seconds into the interview, the host was referring to Pedro and she said daddy, and he's like, well, I removed that from my vocabulary. He was super fabulous. And she's like, I put it back in. So she kept saying it, insisting on saying it, even when the host was trying to be respectful. It's like, oh, and then the Vanity Fair article comes out. It's like,
I don't like it.
Potato, please. Like, stop.
Potato man. Yeah, I don't like it. They apparently told him to dial back. They were all talking like this. See, they had the transatlantic talk because it's alternate 60s, the old timey, and they said, "Stop it! You sound like a jackass." So that's why he sounds like he's on, like, I don't know, advanced Ritalin.
We're gonna go save the world. You see?
Yeah. Now, see, my wife's gonna go peg me as I change the diapers. Pedro Pascal should never be called daddy ever. He shouldn't, but they are. But they are. Yes, Chris Gore is daddy. Well, at least for you. It's your bread and butter, sir. I like when you have Robert and me and him reading me bedtime stories. Those are always the fun ones in Case Solid. If I can't,
I don't like this at stuff. I have no idea who's.
I fucking hate it. I only know because I can see some of the names and also I recognize some of the pictures. Like shout out John Winslow. I see you. I saw you. Erwin showed us some of these to begin with. Some of the in-universe advertisements, along with those cereal boxes we saw. By the way, those are period accurate cereal boxes to their 60s timeline where they literally have cereal boxes. Johnny does look good when they finally give him hair, but I'm just not buying Pedro as the smartest man.
He's bent over for a reason there.
I buy Jessica Alba as the smartest woman before I buy him as the smartest man. And like, we're talking about Jessica Alba here.
Low key, Jessica Alba's pretty smart. She's a billionaire now. So,
as someone who grew up with Jessica Alba in Dark Angel, James Cameron produced Dark Angel. Rat,
my introduction to Jensen Ackles, man. My introduction to Jensen Ackles.
Remember when we thought it would be a really cool idea to get
I was watching a video today about tattoos that you regret, and I thought of you.
We hadn't got to World War II yet in history class. We just thought it was so cool they had barcode tattoos. Yeah. Terminator tried to tell us too. Yeah. We don't talk about that,Ony, for reasons. But also
we don't talk about Jessica Alba like
Sin
that.
City. Ooga.
We were saying earlier,
Obi, you're right. We're not talking about Jessica Alba like that.
Dark Angel was decent. It was girl bossing done right. It was one of the first girl bosses done right.
One of the best shows of that era.
Post-apocalyptic. I barely remember anything about it except there were like killing machines that escaped, and then post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, they were post-apocalyptic Seattle, and Manticore was trying to hunt them down. They were sending in other ones that had not escaped to do so, and basically she was it was her and was it Michael Shanks? We're just basically doing like Crime of the Week stuff.
No, it was that other
Michael Weatherly, not Michael Shanks. Michael Weatherly.
Yeah, Weatherly.
Yeah,
dude, I was watching Mutant X the other day.
They should have just called it X-Men.
Oh my god!
I know.
The one dude with the electricity powers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Techrat getting caught up on all of his childhood blind spots like X-Files.
Yeah.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going back to. I think I'm on episode 7.
Happy.
This is gonna go lose his virginity after this.
This is true culture, and also Gillian Anderson, Fox Mole. If you're not like shipping Fox and Scully,
oh my god! And I love their two sides of the coin. You know, she's believing once she sees a little bit of the information at hand, but
she's because she's a doctor, right?
Yeah,
she always has an analytical view. All right. What I love about this is, Gooch and Erwin and I yell at each other during the week, but we're a bunch of dummies. Yeah. And at least here we get
just me.
No, we get the broader view of opinions here. So when Denis Villeneuve is announced as the director of the next James Bond film, I need to know what Niat thinks first and foremost.
Is there just going to be like one page of dialogue? Because he hates dialogue in his movies.
I've heard that, yes. I have heard that. Yeah,
no, I think
a Bond film though.
It could.
I think Denis Villeneuve is one of the last directors, along with Nolan, that has a visionary approach. He can do large scope. He can do intimate stories like Prisoners, which are more character driven. He can do Dune. I'm glad that he's in charge of Bond. And another reason why I'm happy is that when he was doing Dune, he was a big fan of Frank Herbert, and one of his while he was working on the script, he wanted to honor the legacy of Frank Herbert. He didn't want to subvert it. I know that he did with the ending of Dune 2. Yes,
that's the ending. The whole movie, Niet. The whole movie of Dune.
Calm down, because this got thrown in my face too when I said something. Okay, Chani, right? He casted Zendaya, and then yes, the ending. But then we just saw the twins are cast. He said that they're going to end up back together. So he went this way, but he's going to end up back in the right, Niet. He's going to end up back in the legacy the correct way.
I mean, the rest of the Dune books don't make sense if Chani doesn't come back. I know that they've cast Jason Momoa's son as Leto.
So they fook. They have to.
Yeah, they'll correct it, but there was no reason for that to be in the movie. So, but he did do a pretty faithful adaptation of Dune otherwise, right? So I think he's gonna bring Bond back to basics. It's going to be the Bond that we all love, provided he has full directorial control.
Well, he doesn't. That's where we start.
Yeah,
unfortunately, he doesn't.
Come on.
That being said, at least casting, I'd like to think he has some. So yeah, don't have to worry about Aaron Pierre. Although Tom Holland is who I would worry about because he's solidly in the run. Here's the thing, like it says, he's only signed on to direct one James Bond film. Could change if successful, but he does not have final cut on the film, and that is the red flag.
Extremely worrying. Not only will it, if that's the case, that doesn't just mean that he won't have the final cut of the film. It also means that if they do reshoots and stuff like that, they could do that without him. So they could add whole characters and subplots without his permission. That's not a good sign.
Scares me.
Also, another piece of bad news regarding this, they want to cast somebody under 30. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, which means that Henry Cavill can't be Bond.
Oh, no, that's definitely, like, I think we mentioned there were two options. You were either going to go period piece classical with like a Henry Cavill, or you're going to go way back in time, like the upcoming video game, and have him be a youngin. And Tom Holland tracks with that one. I don't think
Tom would not make an amazing James Bond. He's a beta. There's a certain callousness to James Bond that Tom Holland has never been able to have in any of the roles he's played.
Yeah, and to be fair, even to First Light, they mentioned that callousness and the womanizing and what was he like before that, meaning that, okay, you are going to end up as him because he needs to be a callous womanizer. Part and parcel. I don't buy Tom Holland in that role. Yeah.
I mean,
kind of made me think Tom Holland's not the best actor, unfortunately.
He's not. Without Spider-Man, he doesn't really have anything.
And I've just yet to see...
He does a great, but to be fair, Devil All the Time is the one other thing.
Okay. Well, he was a kid in the other one, the one about the flood.
Oh, the way back with Ewan McGregor. Yeah, that was actually set during the 2004 tsunami, I think.
Tsunami, sorry, I meant tsunami. Yeah, enough. Let's. Yeah. Where he plays. I didn't even realize it was him when I was watching. I was like, is this Tom Holland? Yeah, I don't know. Connery was a Bond. Pierce Brosnan was a Bond. Daniel Craig. Oh no, was. I feel like I should wait until Gooch comes back for this, but why doesn't James Bond fart in bed? Because it would blow his cover. The bed cover, but also the cover of his
thinking man's joke there.
Those
I
are
heard it was great.
He's hot.
I was
good.
Yep,
ABF. Thank you. As
sorry,
always.
I had to go tinkles.
Scholar and gentleman.
When you look at that, isn't that glorious?
It's indescribably beautiful.
I did have to suffer through 3 hours of it. So did Erwin and Niat. Apparently, so did you. Ironheart was. Niat, what did you think of Ironheart?
She is single-handedly one of the worst characters in the MCU. She has no sense of morality. She's not doing what she's doing to help people. In fact, she kills somebody. She indirectly kills another person through inaction. She's working with a bunch of criminals she knows are bad. She knows that they've already killed another person. She's replaced. She's just an awful person. Like,
dude, blackmail, gets kicked out of school. She was selling projects to other students.
She's so fucking irredeemable, and I've yet to see a hint of actual like scruples or
true story.
Anything.
I stand with Az. Her friend that passed away has more character and charisma. She should have been
that's
the
not
lead.
real.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Yeah, 145 of you watching.
What you mean,
bro,
Bish?
So it got down to 30-something%, and I still maintain that it was not review bombing. It was people that got early access and were giving honest reviews. But whatever, they got removed, and it jumped up to like 70-something, and now it's just slowly as everyone else watches it because it's. I get Black Panther and the other ones, right, where they make a big deal and they talk about how great it is for the Black community. Okay. Please explain to me how fucking Riri Williams being a failure criminal, like in any way, is good for young. If I had a daughter, especially if I had a young Black daughter, would not want her watching this. This is not how I would want my child in no way, shape, or form.
It's supposed to do a hero's like redemption, right? In the next 3, she's
baby girl, we
turn
halfway
it around.
through.
There's
we
no
halfway
way.
through.
It's supposed to get worse.
Yeah.
Chris said it's worse than the last 3.
God.
Dante said that the funniest thing about it is in all 6 episodes, she saves no one. That even Mephisto, spoiler, Sacha Baron Cohen, saves someone, and she saves no one. This is the hero that's supposed to be better than Gates, better than Pym, better than Stark.
Fucking hubris.
It's
I like
sitting
when
at
she-
3.7 on IMDb right now, by the way.
She keeps saying that like I
Oh, it's
can't
gone
do
down.
what Stark could do because I didn't have his money, but she did. She had a grant from Stark Industries to do all the shit she did.
I mean, Dante was rather sedate because he had all those days to like calm down before the embargo. They literally set her up as a genius, and they do that thing where they tell you she's a genius a billion times, where if she's so goddamn smart, why wouldn't she just write a piece of code that she could sell to a company for like, it just seems like it would be so easy for her to make money.
How is she? You're right. How is she poor? How is her mother struggling? Like she's able to write amazing software code to be able to recreate
overnight
holographic version of a friend in like 4 hours, right?
I did not watch Black Panther 2. Did she not help the like fucking nation of Wakanda? Okay, bitch can't get a bank loan. Whoa.
Yeah,
what are we talking about? Captain
she
America
could have
can't
just
get a
asked
bank
them.
loan. They have retroactively shit on every single character to like. You're telling me like Stark didn't set up something for the Avengers and Cap and all of them to get money and funds and financing. You're telling me that Wakanda and T'Challa and all these motherfuckers and their magnificence did not set up something for the girl that helped them save against the wetback army. There, I said it.
Avengers Academy. Why didn't she go there and just start learning and training?
Right. I don't know. It's just,
Or why didn't she start hacking like ATMs or something?
If John Connor can do it.
And he
By
was
the way,
a
also
white.
John Connor.
She's the only bitch with Iron Man armor, and she's committing crime with the Iron Man armor.
I wonder who did it.
I wonder who did it. I wonder, could it be the only bitch flying around in Iron Man armor that is powered by the wind?
Nah, that wasn't me.
The show begins with her
she's not
stealing the Iron Man suit that was like funded by the school. She flies out of the school. Everybody sees her. Half of the city damn near sees her. She lands in a community where they all recognize her as the one that was flying. She's doing all of this crime, hacking into things, breaking into things in the Iron Man suits. Like, why doesn't the school go back to her to reclaim the Iron Man suit? Why don't the police know it's her? None of it makes any fucking
there's an
sense.
answer for that though, Nia. Like all these movies and whatnot take place in New York, right? Because it's fucking Marvel.
Chicago.
Oh, well, that
So
blows
it's
that
even
theory out of the
worse.
water. I was gonna say she doesn't know how to use computers because she's black. So I
Crime
couldn't-
statistics.
Oh.
But she got a full ride to MIT and then squandered it. Broke every ethic by doing the work and homework and assignments for people in every fucking school in the area. But yeah, nothing but respect to
And also
she's to Stark.
She made it all the way from MIT to Chicago with no flight approval whatsoever, right? So there's another one. And why did they shut down her system once she got all the way to Chicago instead of right when she stole it?
At the very
I'm ready for doom.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, Nyat.
No, at the very start, when she gets into the suit, she has to enter her student ID. You'd think that at that moment, her student ID would be revoked. But she's
Already.
arrogant, she's belligerent, she's an awful character. But beyond that, this show is just filled with black tropes, right? You've got the drive-by shooting that kills her stepfather and her best friend. You've got the single mother.
Doing
oh my
hair
God,
in the
this is just the
kitchen.
worst fucking show.
Well, about her friend that walks through the door and goes, "Hey, black people."
How's this set up for like Fantastic Four and for everything moving forward? Because like this is like the worst thing you could do for your brand. Like it is destroying like an already like Marvel's already on the hot seat. Like one
that's
more
why the end of this is Marvel is a mess because we're nitpicking about the pitch of David, what he's saying, but like I'm still looking forward to Superman. I'm still somewhat interested in what all the DC shit is, right? Like there's at least to me a pathway to success for them. Marvel,
we've seen
rough.
some success with DCA, like with the Penguin, right? We've seen snippets. We have that hope. Where this is like everything that Marvel's putting out is just shit after
what was
shit
the last
after
good
shit after
not Marvel adjacent, because Spider-Man and Wolverine were Marvel, they were Fox and Sony. What was the last good Marvel? Because Thunderbolts was not offensive, but that does not mean it's like A-OK USA.
Disney has not put Disney has not
the
put out
last-
anything good Marvel.
Infinity War.
Right.
There's not even another answer. Anyone that says anything post Infinity War is not only lying to the audience, but to themselves.
I haven't seen Guardians 3, so I can't.
Guardians
I know. I
3,
know. A lot of people say Guardians 3 is good.
There's
It
things
was
to like about
subpar-
Guardians 3, but overall, it's not the best movie.
No, it's not.
It's emotional manipulation in the movie. Like the animals are weaponized to hit you in the feels.
That's a good description.
Well, I mean, that's what it's like in the comics too. Leela the fucking otter. I mean, Square Enix made a great Guardians game that no one played, and had all of that backstory in it, and probably done better. By all means. But
not Shang-Chi. Get the hell out of here.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I saw someone say Shang-Chi, and I was like, can't touch that.
It was the dad was the best part of that movie.
I watched it drunk as shit and really liked it. I watched it sober and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Oh no, Simu Liu is just a fucking void of personality, just like Pedro. I just don't get it.
Are there two different Leons that we should be paying attention to?
Yeah, there is. I was thinking the same thing.
The sober and the wasted.
Yeah.
You
So
haven't
we need
noticed
to
that?
find out which one each time, huh?
Yeah.
There's actually
Leon or
three.
Leon?
State were you in?
Three.
Yeah, no, that
You know
was
that-
actually good.
You know that movie Split? That's Leon down there.
Oh,
He's got it
dang.
now. Yeah.
There's a reason I don't start drinking until about 45 minutes into this show now.
That wasn't me. That was Patricia.
Oh, and we're forgetting with Ironheart, like the only white character we see is, should we go into spoilers? The son of a very important character in the first Iron Man movie. I'll leave it at that. And he is,
you could talk about
Obadiah
it.
Stane, yeah. And he is such a beta. Like, he's got a neighbor that's constantly, her dog is constantly shitting on his lawn, and he's trying to tell her delicately not to do it, but he's not enough of a man to be able to do it. And
You should
he's
have shit
getting
on
walked
her
over.
lawn, like me, myself, and Irene.
Me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
He's getting walked on by Riri Williams, yet the film wants you to view it as her bringing him out of his shell. It's just,
You know who that is, right?
Alden Heinrich, Han Solo.
That's
Yeah,
Han Solo.
Paul
Do you think he's
have all
ever
the
going to
Riz?
deliver the line like, "Did you build this in a
I
cave
don't
with
care."
a box of?"
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
At the same time, he is like, I know like the show is really bad and all the characters are bad, even his character, but he is the best part of the show for me.
That's why I keep saying, like with Wolverine, Deadpool, that movie should have just Deadpool should have killed everybody, should have wiped everything out, and then you started like clean slate. That's what they should have done with that film. That would have
Actually,
been
speaking of though, Gooch, that's something kind of interesting about Ironheart. Now, I cannot wait to watch this with the Dooleys. We're going to be doing a watch party and whatnot. It sounds like it's going to be a blast. However, since this show was delayed so many times, since it is a relic for like 2022, it is going to be kind of interesting to watch like Doomsday and whatnot, if for nothing else than to see how much has changed between a 2022 holdover and what we're going to get in 2025, 2026, whatever it may be.
Well, there is one last holdout for possibly something good from Marvel, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it is, of course, the John Barenthal written Punisher. Before we get to that, Bush and Ryu Cat for 10. My review of F1, vroom, vroom, intense rivalry, vroom, training montage, vroom, hot Scottish woman sex, vroom, final lap, 10 out of 10. By the way, can I ask the lady, can you identify with Pitt's Sonny even as a woman? I think anyone could identify with the Sonny character. I think anyone could identify it. Like I said, it is a It is something anyone should watch, which is I'm not sure what I'm going to say about Punisher. All right, he talked about it real quick. Gooch, you let me know what you think about this. It says, following reports that this special presentation will feature a female crime boss, the site has learned that this is likely classic Punisher villain Manucci. I'm assuming the G is silent, not Ganucci. In the comics, Isabella Carmela Magdalena Manucci sets out to kill Frank after he murdered 3 of her sons, as well as using her connections to the NYPD to send the Punisher task force after Frank. She dispatches the Russian to take him out. Obviously, we saw that depicted in live action. Yeah, Maguchi is what I heard too. But here's the thing. I read this in the comics. Nucci loses all of her limbs and scalp when the Punisher throws her into a polar bear enclosure into the Central Park Zoo. He later burns her to death, but only after he punts the limbless monster into the burning building. I hope that we get that.
Yeah, I really do. I really.
They go, ooh, this girl boss go teach, and then he fucking throws her into a polar bear enclosure, and her arms and legs are ripped off, and then he punts her into a burning building alive. Yes,
no, but before he does that, all the limbs are gone, and he calls her Matt because she's just lying there.
Speaking of limbless monster, Techrat, you're in for a very interesting episode of X-Files a little bit later on.
There's a couple of them. My favorite is when they pretend to be a couple and the homeowners association. There's a monster that comes out if they don't follow the homeowners association. Change the light bulb! Change the
Arcadia.
You know what the Manucci, right? You know what Manucci means, right?
The Manucci.
I got the minutia for you.
The Manucci's, the Tatas, the Manucci's.
The only thing saving this in my Manucci's is Barenthal talking about how deeply he loves I'm not going to read it, but you get the idea, how deeply he loves that character. And a lot of Daredevil was shit on Disney Plus, most of it, but everything with John Barenthal was perfect. And so if he could just maintain that in this independent series, please. I don't know.
Did anybody talk about Squid Game? Oh yeah, you guys did earlier today.
Just that it is out and Erwin is going through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Another season of Squid Game is out.
Yes. I think the last.
What? Yeah. That got no marketing. Didn't the previous season, wasn't it just released like 6 months ago?
It was supposed to be season 2.2 and a half.
Yeah, it was the chunk of it.
I didn't know it was out either. Erwin said it's out, and he said the first 2 episodes are like really good. So
he said that the problem that I had with it is solved. So
yes, he did. He did. He says you should be happy. You should be happy. Yeah.
Oh, I can
guess. The
guess
problem
that
you had with it, the trans character, ABF?
Possibly.
He didn't have an issue with that one, but I guess
he did say that today.
All right, last topic before we get out of here, and just because I didn't get Niat's opinion on it, and or Leon's, I think. What do you feel about Russell Crowe as Ramirez for Highlander? Because I personally am super excited about it.
Me too.
I'm psyched. Whether or not he's phoning it in or he's actually acting, I think it's going to be entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
We played the clip last show or whatever it was of them on the Graham Norton show and like how they met years ago and then they did Man of Steel. It's for all those reasons that I don't think he'll phone it in. I think. Plus, man, you're playing fucking Sean Connery's role in Highlander, bro. You better have fun with it. And like, you know.
But imagine if you're on the set with those guys, and because I'm sure they go for beer afterwards and just shoot the.
I don't think Russell's gonna let him get away with half-assing it. In fact, we heard someone said it that Russell was on Rogan. He did talk about working out again. He was talking about like the different shapes he's been in. I hope. Yeah, I was gonna say he has. I hope he gets into that. At least Robin Hood shape, which he actually was in pretty decent shape. I realize now.
He has like a 25 or like 27-year-old girlfriend, and
that'll keep him
because he lives in Sydney. So like, there's photos of him that pop up playing tennis with her and stuff. I feel like he's actively trying to lose weight, so hopefully he does.
Yeah. So the only question left to me for Highlander is soundtrack,
script.
Well, I less on that because it's had Chad.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the script.
The thing that excites me is like Cavill, like he constantly takes it seriously with the sword play. Like phrasing.
Whoa, the way he takes the sword play very, and the way Chad sold it to him was that you're going to get to play a warrior who's been alive for over 500 years, the disciplines that you've learned, the things you've seen. I'll barrel right through this. And that's what Henry's going to latch onto. I think that's what Russell will latch onto. And so the only difference, like you said, Niat, is the Kurgan. Who's going to play the Gooch is going to play the Kurgan.
Swordplay, V-tapers.
I know.
Children.
I caught myself.
Stop! He's already dead.
I love the
He's going
chat.
to take on the Kurgan, and also
I'll take on
Henry
Kurgan.
said
Yeah.
he watched, because I thought he was just going to ignore it. He did his work. He watched all of the Highlander TV show. He's obviously seen the movies,
Scottish.
and the whole point is to make it so it's more than one movie, but have that be a satisfying through line tale all the way through, not just say they're aliens in the second one and fucking bring a bunch of people back that shouldn't have been brought back. So, and he's going to include lore from the television show. So I don't know. Looking forward to it. Just need to see who the Kurgan is.
I also, and this is as much as great as the original is, the effects kind of, they're beloved, but they're kind of the time.
Bro, they're not even
I know
effects.
what this
They were
to be
animated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the ghost at the end.
Yeah.
To be like grounded and realistic as opposed to going all in on CGI. I know that Amazon probably has a budget and stuff like that, but like I don't want this to look cheesy the way that so much like modern MCU stuff and whatnot looks cheesy. Like give us what you were very obviously trying to go for back then, but just were not able to do. You know
They better
what I mean?
give us that parkade, like underground parkade scene where from the wrestling and
Man,
yeah.
okay. Skarsgård, if he gets that like beefy way he did get for Northmen, but he's got to play it like dark, fucking dark. Because Clancy just had an inner hello, happy Halloween, ladies. To the fucking nuns, like you gotta, but have fun with it, but evil as shit at the same time. I don't.
You know what? Now I think of it, like I wonder Heath Ledger kind of took that Clancy Brown a little bit for his Joker.
Yeah, he had a little bit of the.
Yeah, no, I think of it.
The ear. Yeah, I think that's
That-
because the prosthetics led to him having some
Yeah,
mannerisms.
That and Tom Waits as well.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
if you watch Time Waits, Heath Ledger's essentially just talking like him, and then you add in the prosthetics that were keeping his mouth tight and the licking to stop the prosthetics from coming up, and that's
tight.
You miss all those little moments.
Yeah.
All right, moments we're not going to miss. Going right into Leon, hard and vigorous, as 150 of you are watching. Leon, you're going to basically start right after we finish, right? Because we're
pretty much. It's gonna be a few minute delay to set my OBS and whatnot, but like literally just a handful of minutes. So yeah.
Shout out. All right. Well, we'll start with you, Leon. You want to talk about anything? What are we going to talk about on your show? Not we. That's the royal we. What are you going to be talking about?
Well,
Resident
there's
Evil?
going to be quite the segment about Resident Evil 9, and really just that might lead into video games as a whole. There's quite a few video game topics. Masahiro Sakurai, who you guys might know from Smash Bros. Start talking about generative AI being used for game development. There's some pretty interesting topics, and fan games better than the original, or better than what people are putting out now from the actual big companies. We'll see. There's some interesting trailers, so a lot to talk about in my show, and I will hopefully see you all there in literally 7 minutes or less.
Shout out, Niat.
Yes, sir. Massive video on 28 years later, dropping Sunday morning, Sunday night, FCE Live.
Winging Alpha Dong. Better
Big
be in it.
dick players swinging past their knees.
Can't wait. Erwin was so happy to watch that movie. Oh my god. Moxie, will you be watching 28? We got big scary energy.
Maybe when it comes out to streaming, but the way everyone's talked about it, why would I go to the theater for that? I seldomly go to the theater, and it would not be for that. Thank you for spoiling it for me. Oh no, enlightening me before I spend my money. Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up. So Sunday Gooch and Gang, Monday Saucy Rebel. That's it.
There it is. There it is. ABF, the man of the hour.
Streaming Mondays and Wednesdays. Tomorrow I'm going four-wheeling, so I'm not going to be thinking about YouTube stuff at all.
Four-wheeling, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Taking the Land Cruiser out.
Nice.
Look at you. Living the life. War Master. That's good. Get it in before World War III really takes all of your time. Gooch.
Yes,
It's a nice
sir.
prison cell you have. Do you like it? Is
I
it
know.
ICE? Are they being nice to you in the facility?
Yes, they're being very nice.
Good.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So,
Oh,
yes, you've
well,
been nice.
don't flinch.
Yeah. No, late night with Gooch and Gang. Sunday
I can't
night.
wait.
Yeah, it should be a blasty blast. First one from this location.
Epic.
Yes.
Totally in
Looking forward
Canada.
to it.
How much in and out you had since you got there?
It's funny. You should ask.
Oh,
Dang.
Oh, and I tried Chick-fil-A. Ooh, the best.
It's
Nice.
so good, right?
It
God's
is.
chicken, bro.
Oh, way better than any other.
Poultry of
chicken.
heaven.
Except on Sunday.
He came to America and he goes to the burger place that has Bible verses on its packaging, and he goes to the chicken place that's closed on Sunday, and probably doesn't like the Pedros of the world. It's
Peace be
it's
with
great. Peace be upon you,
Yeah.
brother Gooch. Rat, go play Expedition 33 and go see F1.
Okay, first, congratulations on 80 episodes. It's been fun.
Steve, you were with me every step of the way, sir.
Yeah, in some way or another. I looked. I'm actually on episode 5 of X-Files, which is the Jersey Devil. So I'm doing that tonight.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I'll probably go watch F1 this weekend.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Good. I think you will really like it. Yeah, when you realize how many shows don't actually make it, 80 episodes is kind of a big deal. So really,
sure.
this is not what Badgered In started out as.
Oh, no.
And then like you always dream of maybe having like an FNT type panel show. And then before you know it, you just have friends so tight phrasing that you just don't want to stream with anyone else. And then you get shows like this. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Before we leave, I will do just my full review for F1, and that is go see it. I don't care if you give any cares about Formula One racing. It is just a movie, like I said, about unmet potential, about getting in your life's moment while you still have a chance. And maybe if you're younger and you're full of piss and vinegar, taking a moment to appreciate the opportunities ahead of you and learn from some of the mistakes of some of us dummies who, even though we did it, maybe we waited a little too late to finally do what we should have done a long time ago. So just go watch it. It's so good. Hans Zimmer, truly the GOAT of our time.
Hey, Badger, will I see you down the road?
Can I see you down the road, Gooch?
Yeah, you will see me down the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you all down the road.
Down the road.
No. Shout out, everyone. Thank you so much. And we will see you on the next episode.
Get out!
Is it something I said?
You've ruined my life! You've ruined my career! You've ruined my book! You've turned a perfectly peaceful house into an insane asylum! Get out!
Daddy! My God, Leo, what's gotten into you?
It was a disaster, Faye!
No, it wasn't. You were wonderful, sweetie.
Fine, Dad.
Yeah.
Why'd you need to kick Bob out of the house?
You think he's gone? He's not gone! That's the whole point! He's never gone!
Is this some radical new therapy?
You see?
Stay Gucci.
You still here? It's over. Go home.